Hi everyone, welcome to the virtual orientation for the fall 2020 semester at TAV College. So first I'd like to start by welcoming back all of the TAV students who will be rejoining us for the fall semester. And I'd also like to welcome all of the new students to TAV, both in the DEC and the AEC programs. So this presentation is going to cover student experience at TAV College. Specifically, it's going to cover online extracurricular activities, and it's going to talk about some of the resources available to students. So first, I'd like to introduce you to myself. So my name is Justin Han Gregory. I am the Student Experience Advisor at TAV College, and I'm also the Communications Coordinator. So my function as the Student Experience Advisor is essentially to analyze areas at the college in which we can enhance the student experience. So whether that's implementing new programs, offering new clubs or extracurricular activities, really anything to sort of make the student experience better at the college. And also my role as the communications coordinator is to handle the college's Instagram and Facebook pages, to update the website, to send emails. So on occasion you might see an email from me, or you might be in contact with me or see my name somewhere, so that's who I am. A little bit more about myself, I was actually a student at TAV College. So with that said, I have a little bit more of an insight into being a student at TAV. So I'm able to better sort of enhance the experience by giving a first-hand approach to the position. So let's go over the presentation overview of what I'm going to talk about today. I'm going to try to keep it as brief as I can. So number one, I'm going to talk to you about the TAV College Students Association. So what it is, what they do, how to get involved, all of that. Number two, we're going to talk about the TAV Times. So the TAV Times is the college's student newspaper, for those of you who aren't familiar with it yet. Number three, we're going to talk about clubs at the college. Unfortunately, we're not able to offer all of the clubs that we normally do, given the circumstances. So number four, we're going to talk about club leadership. So we'll talk about how to get involved with that and what it is, what it means. Number five, we're going to talk about some of the contests that we have at TAV each semester. And number six, we're going to talk quickly about health at home, physical and mental, and some of the resources the college has available to students for dealing and coping with health during an online semester. Okay, so let's talk about the TCSA. So the TCSA, abbreviated, is the TAV College Students Association. It's the college's student government program. So it was started last summer, August 2019, and it aims to provide students with many different skills. Primarily, it aims to try and instill leadership skills in students. So it gives them skills for managing a team, holding meetings, writing proposals, a bunch of different things. Some people might think that they don't have time for extracurriculars, or it's not worth their time, they don't want to get involved. But I would strongly encourage students to get involved with extracurriculars if they have the opportunity to. I understand that some students have jobs, they have family things to take care of at home. But for the students who can get involved and they have the time, I'd strongly encourage it, because not only does it look really good on a university application, but some of the skills that you acquire in a students association or in even an extracurricular club can help you in your future career. So I would strongly encourage, and I keep telling students, get involved with the extracurriculars that you have available to you, because you have no idea how much they're going to strengthen your future. So for the students who are able to get involved with the clubs and are interested, here are some of the ways that you can get involved with the TCSA specifically. So I'd just like to point out, first of all, that all of the information that I'm talking about right now, you can find it on the TCSA website. So you go to tavcsa.com, and pretty much everything that I'm going to talk about today, you can also find on there. So if I'm speaking too fast or something like that, you can always go back there and read at your own pace. So for the students who are interested in getting involved, how are you going to do that? So these little bullet points on the side are just some suggestions. So number one, in the month of September, we are going to be holding a presidential campaign for the TCSA. So that involves students coming directly to me by email and voicing their interest in becoming involved with the TCSA as a presidential candidate. And throughout the month of September, we're going to do campaign periods. Now, in order to get involved as a presidential candidate, you need to do a few things. They're all listed on the TCSA website, like I said, but the most important thing that I want to point out is that you're going to need at least 3 vice presidents to run with you. That's the way that our system works right now, and that is the way that it's going to work for this semester. So you need to either find 3 friends or 3 people in your class that you want to run with, and you need to pick one person who's going to be the president of the TCSA. Once you have all the people that you have found that you want to run with, then you can contact me by email. So I'm going to move my little box here for a second. So this email address here is my email address at the college. So once you have picked your vice presidents, you're going to email me and tell me that you're interested in getting involved as a presidential candidate, and then I'm going to start the process for you. Other than that, if presidential and vice presidential seats don't interest you, but you want to get involved somehow at the college, at the student level, there are open positions that you can check out on the TCSA website. It's under open positions, and on the website is listed a bunch of different positions that you could get involved with. There's some at the TAV Times, there's some with clubs, and stuff like this. Also, if you're interested in club leadership, I've outlined on the website as well what that entails and how to get involved with that. And lastly, if there is nothing on the website that particularly interests you, you are always offered to start a special project proposal. And we'll talk a little bit about that later on. So step 1 is choose what we want to get involved with. Step 2 is to just contact me and we'll get it rolling for you. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about the TAV Times. So the TAV Times is the college's student newspaper. So it was started about 2 years ago by me, and now we are switching over to a new editor-in-chief. So I'd like to welcome you all to the TAV Times new editor-in-chief, Esty Rosenwald. So a little bit of information about the TAV Times. It's read about by over 1,000 people each time it's published. It's only published twice per semester. So if you are interested in getting involved with it, it's not a lot of work. This is an excellent opportunity for any student to build a university portfolio or a CV. And it's also an excellent foundation for students interested in journalism, communications, media, writing, English. There are a ton of different opportunities for you in getting involved with the TAV Times. So I strongly encourage any students, specifically in the DEC programs, to get involved with the student newspaper if writing is something that interests you. If it's not, there are also positions available at the TAV Times for social media. You could get involved as a photographer. And if none of that interests you, you could always propose something else and we'll be glad to take a look. So if you're interested in getting involved with the TAV Times, reach out to the new editor-in-chief, SD, at tjdc@tav.ca, and just send an email and tell her what you're interested in writing, and you will receive an email back. So, clubs at TAV. Let's start with a broad question. What is a club? So, clubs are basically a group of people with a common interest, and they want to further explore that interest. So why would you get involved with a club? What are the benefits? Why do we encourage you to get involved with extracurricular activities? Specifically for this semester, I would strongly encourage any student to get involved with a club. Even if you don't have time, it doesn't take a lot of time out of your daily schedule. And it has many benefits. So number one, you elevates your mood. Just talking to people on a screen other than your teacher and your classmates, talking to people with a common interest will definitely elevate your mood. It helps with your mental health. So again, talking to other people, sharing your thoughts, just talking out loud, laughing, communicating. You have no idea how much this can help your mental health, sort of underlining. Make new friends. So sometimes when you join a club, there might be other students from different programs that are in the club as well. You might make a new friend at TAV, and then next semester, if we can all go into the building with each other, you can now meet these friends and join a new social group. You can also immerse yourself in a new learning environment. And this also goes into the other one, which is learn valuable skills. So sometimes just when you're simply talking to someone, you might end up learning something that you didn't know before. And especially with a club, if it's a common interest, you can learn something about that interest that you didn't know before. So it's really an important part of the college experience, I think, to join an extracurricular, because you're learning even more outside of your program in a more fun and less stressful way. So the clubs offered in the fall semester, like I said, we usually do offer more. However, given the COVID situation, we're only offering digital marketing. So this is more geared towards the digital marketing students. However, if a student is interested in getting involved, you can check out the website and see about that one. Journalism, as I said, the TAV Times. If you want to join the journalism club, you can go on the website. And art and music. And the last point there I want to mention is you can also suggest a new club. So if none of the clubs interest you here, you can always go email me, or again, you can go to the website and you can suggest a new club at the college. So if you have something in mind that you're excited about and you don't see as being offered, but you want to take charge of it, I strongly encourage you to go and suggest a new club. This can be anything, but the only thing is that it has to be available to operate online. That's the only requirement. Okay, so club leadership. So I just spoke about clubs at the college, but now we need to speak about how they're going to operate. So I need at least 3 or 2 students to take charge of some of the clubs at the college. And essentially what this means is it doesn't take a lot of your time. You're going to be able to put it on your CV or your university application, which again looks really great. And you will have a leadership role, which entails scheduling online meetings with all of the club members, planning online events and activities based on that common interest, and then just simply ensuring effective communication between all of the students or club members. So it's not a lot to ask, and this will enable the clubs to operate at the college. So if you're interested in running a club, please reach out to me. And we need one for the Digital Marketing Club and Art and Music. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about contests quickly. So in the winter semester, there will be some science competitions available to students. However, for the fall semester, we are going to be offering an online poster design contest. So the winner of the contest is going to have their poster printed, and it's going to be hung up and framed in the college along with a prize. It's going to revolve around one theme, and the deadline is December 4th. So there's a lot more information on the TCSA website /get involved. But essentially, it's going to be completely up to you. It's a creative design contest, and it has to revolve around positivity. That's it. There are obviously technical requirements, but again, I invite you to go check out the website if you're interested in the poster design contest. Okay, I want to quickly talk about independence because independence is a large part of student experience. So one of the primary goals of college and even university experience is to help students transition into independent learners. And what that means is, number one, unlike secondary education, college and university really invites you or forces you almost to take charge of your own learning. But further to that, what I'm trying to do in charge of student experience is allow students to notice an issue and then develop a solution for that issue. So something that I've started is there's something called the Special Projects Request Form. And this is a way to invite students who have noticed an issue or want to get involved at the college and have an idea in mind. They can always go fill out this form, and it's structured in a way that allows you to basically submit a proposal for a project. So this is the first step in taking an independent initiative into a possible solution to an issue that you've noticed. And it's really important because you're developing into an independent learner by taking on something by yourself. This wasn't something that your teacher told you you need to do. This was something that you really took on and took charge of by yourself, and it showed a lot of leadership. And so I invite any students who have a special project in mind to go and check out that form and start to think about independent ways that they can shape their environment around them. The last point I'm going to talk about is health at home. So the college, your teachers, everyone recognizes that this semester is going to present many obstacles. So for many of you, you've never experienced online education before. You're going to be at home a lot in front of your computer. So the college and myself specifically have developed to the best of our ability certain resources and certain systems to ensure that you're as healthy and have the best guarantee for success through an online education. So I invite you to check out some of these resources that we have on the website. A lot of them are geared towards offering you tips and offering you resources for success. Specifically, Health at Home talks a lot about physical practices that you can undertake to ensure that you're healthy while working at a computer. Understand the dangers of certain posture positions, lighting, stuff like this. I also offer you to get yourself involved in the French Help Center if this is something that you need extra help with. And finally, there is the Center for Efficient Learning at TAV, which offers students a lot of different resources and tips on how to learn more efficiently. So there's things like templates for note-taking. There are weekly schedule templates that you can gain access to. So I invite you to just take a look at the TAV website and use all the resources available to you to your advantage. So that's all for the student experience presentation. I hope everyone has an awesome semester. Again, my name is Justin Han-Gregory, so you can reach me either of these two email addresses. I answer fairly quickly. And just remember that the college and all of your instructors and everyone is here to help you succeed. We care about you. And in terms of student experience, if ever I can help in any way possible, please let me know. And I offer you just 3 tips for advice, not only as a university student, but as a past TAV student. Keep in contact with your teachers and your peers. Talk to each other, especially during an online semester. It's the recipe for success. Use the resources that are available to you to your advantage. So again, extracurricular activities, the Health at Home webpage, all of the instructions and help tutorials that your teachers are giving you. And also just ask for help if ever you need. So don't ever feel as though you know something when you don't and you're too scared to ask for help. So you can either ask your instructors for help or you can ask someone at the college. So have a great semester. And again, if you ever need to speak, there's my email address. I'm not available through Omnivox, so email would be the best.